are you? Let the people know who you are.
My name is Greta. I am a Chief Officer for the Tulsa Fire Department. I am a Tulsa Firefighter.
So tell us more. Where are you from?
I am from the small town of Barnsdall, Oklahoma, and I currently live outside of Sapulpa, southwest of Sapulpa, Oklahoma.
So give us a background of your life, education, military, anything of that nature.
Okay. Well, I grew up on a farm with my mom and my dad and my two sisters. I went to Barnsdall High School, and from there I went on to Pittsburgh State University and I played basketball. And I thought I wanted to be a teacher for a while, so I got my degree in biology and education. I spent a few years as a public school teacher teaching science and coaching basketball and track in Oklahoma. And after about 7 years, I joined the Tulsa Fire Department. Most recently, I just finished my master's degree at Naval Postgraduate School in Monterey, California.
Wow, that's big. What made you want to be a Tulsa firefighter?
Sure. Well, of course, when I was little, I never saw any female firefighters. But as I was, started my career in teaching, and I had been a former college athlete, I just started missing action and adrenaline and teamwork and all those things that you have when you play sports. And a friend of mine told me that they had heard that Tulsa Fire Department hired women. And of course I didn't believe that, but there was an orientation that they offered, and I went to that orientation and I was hooked. All the things that firefighters did, the going into burning buildings, the rappelling, the water rescues, all those things really just drew me to it, because I always enjoyed helping people. I was a lifeguard. I wanted to be a doctor at one time, so the medical part of it really fascinated me. So I was just hooked, and so that's why I decided to become a firefighter.
All right. Now, we know that you are a chief on the Tulsa Fire Department, so we know that's your title.
Yes.
But what is your actual job description and your significance on the Tulsa Fire Department?
My actual job description really is it's not near as exciting as being a firefighter and the fun things that I've done throughout my career, but it is to really help the fire chief and to help the city of Tulsa and also our firefighters with administrative processes, such as when a firefighter needs to apply for FMLA leave, if there's a payroll issue, if the fire chief has a special project that he needs help with. I also help with labor relations, the negotiations. So a lot of administrative things and special projects that the fire chief, the firefighters, and the city of Tulsa employees need help with is what I do.
What is the title of this position that you're in, and what rank as far as a chief?
Yes.
Where does that fall in?
It is administrative chief is the position. It's an FDO5, which is a district chief level. I did serve a couple years as a district chief, but this is an administrative staff position, chief.
So what does your day-to-day look like?
Day-to-day, again, not near as exciting as being out on the fire truck, but I spend a lot of time visiting with firefighters, addressing their needs. They'll come to me about an issue or something they have going on that they need help with, and learning how to navigate through the systems of the fire department. I spend time visiting with the fire chief, with our union, with our civilian staff, assisting them with their duties that I also help with. I take on special projects, I go to meetings, I do a lot of computer work and respond to emails. I also visit with citizens sometimes. I also address if a citizen has a complaint or a concern that has to do with the fire department. Many times I'll be dealing with that. So again, not near as exciting as the fire truck.
That's good information. Tell us about some of your main goals that you feel could help the citizens in the Tulsa community.
Yeah, so in this position, because it is more an administrative position, there's 3 areas that I feel like I can help with. One is ensuring and supporting that our firefighters have everything that they need to be able to respond and be ready for any situation that comes their way. Another thing is, if I or one of our firefighters come into contact with a citizen, that we are ensuring that we do everything possible to help them on that worst day of their life. So whether that be assisting them physically after a trauma, or helping them with assistance, like with Red Cross, or trying to get them some things that they need, or even just being there to emotionally support them in the moment. For me, when I come into contact with citizens, that's how I conduct myself, and I also try to ensure that our Tulsa firefighters are doing that as well. And then the final thing, I guess, is if a citizen does have a complaint or a concern, that I try my best to listen to them and address those concerns timely and to the best of my ability.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That's great information. I would like to ask you, what is your why? Why do you do what you do? Why did you want to do this? What's your why?
Yeah.
Besides what you told us about the initial title,
Sure.
getting on the job, the orientation, all that. What's your why?
Oh, my why is I feel like, for one, even though I'm in an administrative position, I'm still a Tulsa firefighter. I love being a Tulsa firefighter. I never will forget the first day that I stepped into that academy and how excited I was to be a part of this group of people that really go out and try to make somebody's day better. I love the adrenaline. I love what I get back. You know, we try so hard to give, but really it's more rewarding for us. We get so much back in being in this position. And I still love that feeling when I do get to help someone or give somebody hope. But the thing that I do now in this position that I've learned is my why is to have a voice and stand up for things that matter. So I feel like firefighters on the Tulsa Fire Department and the fire service in general, we are such good servants. We know how to respond to emergencies. We know how to treat citizens. I want to help, and my why now is also to help our department grow. It's to, like I said, stand up for what matters, speak up when I need to, and make this place better for people to come after me, and especially women, because like I said, there were no little girls, or there were no women when I was a little girl. I didn't even know you could be a firefighter. So I want this job to grow, and I want women and girls to know that it is a place for them, and I want to try to make it better for them, so that when they come after me, it'll be a great place to work and be a part of.
Now, weren't you one of the first female firefighters that came on this job?
Yeah, well, not the very first. So
Right.
we had Norita and Debbie,
Right.
and then there was another female firefighter that I believe left and went to another state. So I was the third. Probably the third, actually the fourth female firefighter. So
Nice.
been here about 22 and a half years. So
Now,
I am Greta Hurt. I am a Tulsa firefighter.